So, does anyone want to tell me what they understand by the theory of selective incorporation? Nobody? How about you, Frank?
You may recall, Professor, I was unable to attend class last week because of a stomachache.
How inconvenient for you, Frank. Okay, someone else. Who was here last week? James?
Selective incorporation is an example of judicial activism.
You still haven't told me what it is.
Doesn't it have something to do with the Bill of Rights?
Yes, it does, but I'm the one asking the questions here, not you. Let's begin from another angle. What is the Bill of Rights?
The Bill of Rights is a charter of civil liberties guaranteed to all U.S. citizens by the first 10 amendments of the U.S. Constitution.
Excellent, James. And can you give me an example of the protections set out in the Bill of Rights?
Well, let's see. It covers most basic civil liberties.
Come on, James, don't make me beg. Can you give me some specific examples?
Okay, like freedom to speak. I mean, to express yourself, to hold opinions, and to state them publicly, or the freedom to practice your religion, the freedom of press, freedom to have a gun to defend yourself, and my favorite, the freedom for the state to execute murderers.
Does the Bill of Rights actually give this specific freedom to the government?
No, not really. It was the Supreme Court that gave the states this power through its interpretation of the cruel and unusual punishment clause of the Eighth Amendment.
Would you care to develop that some more?
Sure, okay. By stating that the death penalty does not necessarily amount to cruel and unusual punishment, the Supreme Court gave the green light to the federal and state governments that wanted to apply a policy of capital punishment in their criminal justice system.
So, in fact, it was the court that legalized the death penalty in the United States.
Well, by not preventing it, it gave the states the right to have such a policy.
Very good, James. Now, can you tell me to whom the Bill of Rights applies?
I guess it applies to all U.S. citizens, as I said before.
Yes. Okay, it's true that US citizens benefit from its application, but who has to provide the protection?
Well, that depends on the theory of selective incorporation.
Very good. So we're back to the theory of selective incorporation. Maybe now you can tell me what it is.
Yes, it is the theory by which the Supreme Court applies some of the rights set out in the Bill of Rights to the state governments, where such rights are considered to come within the due process guarantee of the 14th Amendment.
So to whom does the Bill of Rights apply?
The entire Bill of Rights applies to the federal government, and many of its provisions also apply to the state governments under the theory of selective incorporation, and all U.S. citizens benefit from its provisions.
Very good, James. Frank, did you understand any of that? Frank? Will somebody wake him up, please?